What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be going over go-to travel scents, and I'm going to be talking about the ones I brought with me on this work trip, as well as fragrances that you guys have also mentioned. This is also from a Facebook group, so it's just going to be people in the community that also wear these fragrances to travel. Some of these I did not mention, where I'm not going to mention in the beginning when I'm talking about the fragrances I chose for this trip, just because it's actually fragrances that I normally had with me when I did travel other times. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with my fragrances, at least what I picked for this time. I'm currently in Phoenix, Arizona, and I can guarantee you I'm never gonna come back to Phoenix ever again. It was like 115 degrees today, and it felt like 100, and I think it was like 120 something. It's insane. I was born in Puerto Rico, lived in Florida my entire life, and then recently moved to Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York has amazing weather right now. They're probably like balancing between the 40s and the like mid 80s. So, and it's our summer. It's June. No, it's July. And then I come here to Arizona and it's just 100, and it says like 115 tomorrow. It's probably gonna be like 137. I've never felt any kind of heat like that. If you live in Arizona, I don't even know how you do it, but I can't imagine myself living here. I'm only here for like 3 days and I can't wait to go home already. It's so hot here that I don't even want to do anything. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Good thing I brought these fragrances with me. There are pretty light fragrances, so nothing too difficult to wear. But I did bring Ormond James, which was Levant. I just wanted to make sure that I had the correct name, just because I thought about Ombre de Levant from Louis Vuitton. But yeah, Levant by Ormond James. It's a fragrance that I got recently. I got it in a swap, but I haven't really spent too much time with it. So I'm looking forward to spend more time with it on this trip. Yeah, it's a lot of people say it smells like it's an ex nihilo fragrance. I think it was like Floor Narcotic or something, if I'm not mistaken. So apparently it smells very similar to that one. This is very unisex, it's like orange forward, very light, but performance is still really good for the times I've worn it. No issues with performance, and on clothes it does last a long time. I'm talking about days as well. Like, you're probably gonna have to wash your shirt for the smell to come off. It's good fragrance. Still spending some time with it just because I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Ormond James fragrances I do love. This is by far not like a mistake that I made because I traded Apex Parfum for this one. Don't regret it. I think I've already worn it more times than I wore my Apex Parfum, but I'm still trying to find out if I do love it or if I want to get rid of it or not. But to the next fragrance, we're going to be talking about Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. There is a sample, and I actually ended up buying a full bottle of it already. So this sample, I'm just going to go through. This sample is pretty much almost done, so I decided to just bring it with me. There's like maybe 30 to 40% left on this sample, so one more wear and it's over. But I did purchase a bottle of Afternoon Swim that I should be getting in the mail soon. Afternoon Swim was one of those fragrances that, for me, it's been a long time coming with this fragrance. Like, I've always wanted it in the collection, but I have never done it. And then I did it. So now I'm getting it soon, and should probably be home when I get home. And then on top of that, yeah, some new releases that I'm kind of focused on right now, which are going to be when they come out, which is going to be Creed's Iris Debonair and Sauvage Extrait. Those two fragrances are going to be like my next purchases for sure. Both are going to be retail, unfortunately, but yeah, those are the two fragrances that I'm excited about purchasing. This Afternoon Swim, I don't know, I just bought it, to be honest. But yeah, Afternoon Swim is another one I brought. This is an easy to wear fragrance. It's going to be more orange and musky. Very clean, very easy to wear. Performance on even the sample, I don't really have any performance issues. I don't tend to have performance issues with fragrances in general, so I'm not concerned about the talk of afternoon swim not having the performance that people expect it to have. I think people want like nuclear performance. I don't have any issues with the sample, so I can only imagine that my bottle is going to be the same thing. So yeah, that's going to be Louis Vuitton's afternoon swim. And then lastly, I got Dior Cologne. Chose Dior Cologne just because I was expecting it to be hot, but not this hot. So I wanted to pick extremely light fragrances. Almost brought Original Vetiver with me, but decided not to just because I didn't really bring a big carry-on. I just have like a really small one because I'm here for a few days and I still check the bag just to bring some fragrances. But Dior Cologne, can't go wrong with it. Very clean. Again, this is going to be another citrusy, clean, musky fragrance. Very easy to like. This one's another one I have no performance issues with. This fragrance does last on me like at least 8 hours, 10 hours easily. A lot of people love to hate on this fragrance and it does not last. For me, have never had any performance issues with this fragrance. So I wish people that talk about this fragrance negatively, I wish they were actually wearing this fragrance. Like, look at mine. I have a pretty big dent on this. I do wear this fragrance. I don't have any performance issues. And I just wish people actually wore the fragrance before saying it doesn't perform and all they know this fragrance by is the fragrance from Dior that just doesn't perform. That smells like a lemonade or whatever. But those are the 3 fragrances I brought with me. I don't remember what my scent of the day was when I flew. It was actually Original Vetiver. That was actually Original Vetiver. That's the fragrance I wore on my flight. I did have a very long flight, and then I tried to go to the Grand Canyon right when I got here. Unfortunately, I got an electric car, and it's not a Tesla, so I could not find anywhere that was a fast charger or so like, if you guys don't know much about electric cars, they have this adapter for this specific car. It's a Mustang, it's a Mach-E. So they have an adapter for you to be able to use the Tesla chargers. The rental car company does not have that in the car. So you have to go to a charger that's specifically for that port that your car has. And there's fast chargers and slow chargers. So me, from Phoenix, it's about, I think it was like 3.5 hours or something, or maybe 4 hours to get to the Grand Canyon. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Wanted to go, and it was like towards halfway. I'm like, maybe I should start looking for a car charger because I'm running out of battery. And like, my first stop to charge the car, it was a Tesla charger. They're not as available as they are in Buffalo or in Florida. So, and on top of that, you're like driving through the desert. So I'm like, I'll go ahead and try to find something now while I still have some battery. It took about maybe 2 hours just to find a charger that's a fast charger and for that car. And I ended up in Sedona, which I wanted to visit anyways, but ended up in Sedona, and that's how I ended up charging the car. And I was like, I'm not going to the Grand Canyon. It's just not going to happen. And on top of that, it's so hot outside that I just didn't want to do anything. But anyways, let's get to the list of what you guys say. Oh, another one that I forgot to mention that was not in this list. This was kind of like my go-to, always wore for like a lot of work trips. This was like the only fragrance I would carry with me, and it was my Gucci Guilty Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. That was like my travel fragrance. It was like my go-to. Not really so much anymore, but it was for a while. Then someone else mentioned Aventus Cologne. Aventus Cologne has been in that rotation for me quite a bit. I would say for like 3 to 4, maybe like 3 out of 5 of my last work trips, I brought Aventus Cologne. Enough for me to be like, let me pick something else this time that I haven't spent much time with to bring with me on this trip. That's why I brought the Ormond Jane, because I was definitely about to bring Aventus Cologne. So Aventus Cologne, one of my most compliment getting fragrances compared to Imagination. Both of those are like, Imagination is probably beating Aventus Cologne, but I mean, it's not bad. Then we have Another 13 by Le Labo, and there was 3 people that said Another 13, and it's funny because Another 13 was also one of my go-tos to wear for traveling. Well, it was mostly traveling home to Florida. I would normally wear Another 13, and then my mom pretty much always loved when I wore Another 13. Same thing with Xerjoff Mephisto, which I said I was going to get a 100 ml bottle at some point. Got rid of my 30 ml to get an 100 ml, and had never purchased the 100 ml. But that was another fragrance that I've always purchased. I always wore when I was traveling down to Florida. It's one of those travel scents. When I did have it, I used to wear it a lot. Then we had Symphony by Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton Symphony I really do not have much experience with. I've smelled it a few times at Louis Vuitton, but I've never worn it. It's a good fragrance. I've just never bought it. It is a part of their higher end. I'm not sure exactly what line it is, but it is a little bit pricier than your regular Louis Vuitton fragrances that are already pricey. So I've been on the fence about purchasing Symphony. I think I just need more time with it to really understand if I really do want that fragrance or not, and to spend the money on that fragrance. Then we have Guerlain's Musk Otter Blanc. I don't have much experience with this fragrance either. It's a fragrance I have smelled before. I don't really remember what it smells like, but yeah, this guy wore it all the time. A few for this fragrance, which I was surprised. It's going to be Initial's Must Therapy. There was about like 3 people that said Must Therapy, which I have. Did I own it before? I think I used to own it before, but I'm not 100% sure. Used to own it. It wasn't really or if not, I've smelled it, but wasn't really the biggest fan. I really don't remember what it smells like. I've had Rehab. No, I don't think I've owned it. I think I had Paragon and Rehab. So I know I've smelled it before. And then I think it smells like that Spice Bomb, the new one, the metallic musk, I believe. So probably, again, it's not too difficult of wear. I would say I could see why people wear it, honestly. Then we have another one that I've smelled before, but I have no idea what it smells like. I'm terrible with like fragrances that I maybe have smelled once or twice before at like a store, maybe like a Nordstrom or whatever, which is going to be Ex Nihilo's Speed Legends. Looking and researching it recently, it seems like something I would definitely enjoy, but I just have not decided to pull the trigger on it. I would rather go in store and smell it again. Maybe while I'm here in Arizona, I will smell it again, but we'll see. Then we have Dolce & Gabbana The One's Eau de Parfum. I would say it's a pretty good travel scent depending on where you're going. If it's something like Phoenix, not that this fragrance is like super strong at all, but how hot it is here, I don't want to wear anything that's not a super fresh fragrance. And if it's like this all year, I can't even imagine actually going and trying to be a fragrance person here, just because like it's so hot here that I don't even know what to do, you know? Like I can't even imagine living here, honestly. Then we have Santal 33 by Le Labo. Santal 33 I do own and love. It's one that I have revisited and now I really do enjoy, and I actually have it in my collection. When I first smelled it, I was not the biggest fan. I was also one of those people that thought it smelled weird and kind of smelled like pickle. But now it's a fragrance I really do enjoy after revisiting it, maybe after like 2 years or so. Then we have Imagination, which kind of have to expect Imagination. There was about 2 people that said Imagination. So Imagination, obviously very clean, soapy tea fragrance that easy to love. I haven't really worn it myself because for me, Imagination is extremely strong. It performs insanely off of my skin, so I definitely fill up rooms with like 2 sprays. So I don't want to fill up like an airplane with my scent. And then lastly on the list, I wasn't really expecting this specific one, but it is the best one of the line in my opinion, which is Allure Homme Sports Superleggera. Superleggera, out of all the Allure Hommes, is my favorite, and it's the only one I own now. And yeah, that person decided to mention it in their comment. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys that's all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.